the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
Y'all have been up since this morning doing shows for your fans, giving out free donuts on National Donut
Let's go.
Day.
Donuts,
Our very
donuts
first
for
show
everyone.
we ever performed was in Times Square, so it has a special place in our heart.
Word.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Do you remember what that energy was like then?
Nervous,
yeah,
nervous
way more
energy.
nervous.
Yeah.
We were terrified.
Legs shaking, the whole nine. And
Well, and then it started raining right before we got on stage for our very first show.
Oh,
so
damn.
it kind of turned into an epic like rock show.
No,
Yeah.
but the stage is nylon, so we were slipping.
I remember looking at you. We were supposed to pull the backflips, and we was like, "We shouldn't do this.
Like,
we
nah.
could we could barely do like 6 minutes. Like we were like,
Yeah.
and now we're doing like a 2-hour show. It's crazy.
Bro, with multiple backflips.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Let's talk about that part. But just again, before we dive fully into the convo, congratulations on quite literally. We don't throw this word around a lot, but being like musical icons. You guys have been in the game for a while and have done a lot. We've talked. We've been family members for a bit, and it's really awesome to see the smiles on
That's
your
very,
faces.
very kind of
Sweet
you.
of you,
Nice,
man. Thank you.
No, truly,
Appreciate
truly.
that.
I mean, you woke up this morning, as Crystal said, and hit the Today Show stage to fans who had been waiting overnight for you. Does that still hit your heart, Carlos, or what, bro?
Heck, listen, I don't know if I would ever do that for someone. So
Yeah.
the fact that people are staying overnight to see us perform, that's
Well, the
that's just
craziest
wild.
part is they were doing the same thing 10 to 13
13
years ago,
Yeah.
watching us in the
Carlos
very
asked
beginning.
on the show, like, "Hey, how many of you guys were here 13 years ago when we played the same stage?" And there were a lot of hands.
A lot of people.
which is wild.
It's got to make you feel amazing.
It's
Dude.
surreal.
Well,
For
it's
sure.
cool to see because this all started from a TV show, like hoping that maybe you guys would become huge superstars, and now here you are.
Inception.
Over 40,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like, what is real life? This is real life. Over 40 cities on your tour. You're hitting my gente en Mexico también. So
Yeah,
thank
dog.
you for
Good.
that. We know sex kids get crazy. But no,
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not-
yeah, seeing the show, and then now this is real life. You guys really are like huge pop stars. How is that feeling?
It's weird. I mean, just speaking for myself, there isn't a day that goes by. I mean, if I'm not doing anything band related and I'm at home or whatever, I don't think about this. But
Yeah.
anytime that we're together or somebody spots or like recognizes me somewhere or recognizes us, it just makes me just go like, you have to pinch yourself. Like, how
Constantly.
is this real? 'Cause
Constantly.
You can't. It's not like you're a little kid and you go, one day, I'm gonna be. People are gonna know me when I go to Whole Foods. So that's just not something you could prepare for, and so it trips you out.
By
And
the
it's
way,
weird.
if you want to find Kendall, he will be.
I will be.
He will be at Whole Foods,
Yeah.
but it might be a little
Sherman
difficult
Oaks.
to recognize you now because normally it's a cap and there's some hair under there, but no, man, new look vibes,
There's
bro.
no hair under here.
No, man.
Yeah.
What inspired the? Is it get a little bit more warmth on the dome piece?
Let me
Was
tell you
it-
this.
did
I'm gonna speak for all the men out there because
Yeah.
this is a tough subject for a lot of guys, right? My hair was thinning.
All right.
This is the truth. Hair was thinning, and I said,
Mine was too.
let me get rid of it rather than try to.
Yeah.
Every day I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get my hair in boy band shape? and I was like, you know what? Screw it.
But
I'm
you know
gonna
what?
be
He
me.
can grow a nice beard.
He can
can't-
grow a
Hey.
nice beard.
Good
Yeah.
connection.
Exactly.
He's got aid going.
All the hair that was up here went down here.
There we go.
But that's the truth, and I think
Yeah.
if you're listening, you're a guy out there and you're stressing about it, just get rid of it.
Just go.
There you
Just
go.
You know, if you ever see Kendall pop back with like a full head of hair,
then I got transplants. I shouldn't be saying that. I committed. Now I can't get transplants.
He's in disguise at Whole
Sponsored
Foods
by-
with a wig.
Sponsored by New Hair.
I'm serious.
Hilarious.
Maybe you'll pop out on tour with new hair.
Yeah. You know?
We also love to see that you're bringing on tour Max. Not
I
this-
know,
maybe next
man.
time,
I try.
Max. Max and
You're
Jack.
welcome to roll, man.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's shown up to a few.
I've been,
shows, so-
yeah, for sure.
How did that go about picking them? Because they're
Yeah.
amazing, high energetic performers, just like you guys.
well, we've known Max forever. You know, we literally grew up together in Nickelodeon. He had a show called How to Rock, which came a little after Big Time Rush. We filmed
Back
next
in
to each
the
other,
day.
and
Yeah.
we've kept in touch over the years. I know Kendall was literally hanging out.
He has game
before
nights.
last
Have you
summer.
been to a game? If you're in
I
LA,
haven't been to one of
No.
Max's game nights.
and we discussed it like, hey, would you be interested?
It's either
like,
game night or bowling.
Game night or bowling. And
Okay.
it was,
Wholesome.
And I was in his kitchen. I said, would you? He's like, the dates don't work out for me. This was last year.
Got it.
And then so when we were talking about it this year, it was like, yo, let's reach out to Max again and see
Yeah.
if it'll work out. And then Jax also goes to his game nights.
Oh.
But we saw her at the shows as well.
At the iHeartRadio.
There you go.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's
At
rad.
Jingle Ball.
Right.
This is the right one, okay.
And also, we just kept on bothering her until she said yes.
I Heart has actually been where we've gotten a lot of our openers.
Yeah,
We got
Dixie.
Dixie from I Heart hanging out at the last
Really?
Jingle Balls, and
Right.
That literally gave me goosebumps to hear you guys say that, because that's one of the things that we love about our shows when we get to do these festivals and these events, is that it does breed collaboration. It
Right.
breeds also just the opportunity to see friends, and for you guys to really be, that family unit that we have come to know and love of, not just you four, but just the other artists that join us on these tours.
what?
Absolutely.
People in this business are so competitive.
Yeah.
And you just really have to be open to collaboration.
For sure.
There's no reason why we should get it together and do something.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're open to it and you're not competitive, we're not in the same
Not the same
competition.
lane. No, come
you're not
on.
in the same lane.
We can
Let's
all
do
eat.
something together.
Yeah,
we can all
dude.
eat. We can all have a
Absolutely.
good time.
Let's talk Another Life, man. The title of the album, why Another Life?
A few different reasons,
Yeah.
but one being
I mean,
that
can't you look at
it
us?
kind of feels like after all these years, it is kind of like another life for
Okay.
us.
All right.
And I think that the title track is also lyrically, it just really resonated with us.
Yeah.
But you don't wait for another life as well. So
There-
it kind of has a double meaning.
There are a lot of amazing sounds on this album. A couple of songs that stand out to me, man, Weekends. I wrote down Superstitious. There's even some acoustic energy that's,
Ask You Tonight,
yeah.
right?
So you guys
Yeah.
are really challenging yourself and being creative. What is it like to reach into that bag of tricks and to, experiment and see that it you guys nailed it and it made the album?
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Like, I'll be honest. I love all of our old stuff.
Yeah.
And rehearsing them for the tour has been really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But singing our new stuff, it just feels different. And I don't know. It's just like, it's more exciting. It feels like it's really coming from us.
Yes.
Oh, it is. I mean,
Yeah.
We
Go for
we
it.
wrote, amongst ourselves every song in this album. We had a few amazing co-writers, and I think just only 4 producers total.
Holy cow.
yeah. Let's shout out our
very,
producers.
very small group.
Show
Yeah,
love.
We got Brian Todd, we got Adam Korbesmeyer,
Nick
we got
Furlong,
Nick Furlong, and
Will
Will Ventress.
Ventress.
Those are the
That's
4
it.
producers for the whole album.
And the cool part
Whoa.
about it is that there was such a collaboration, a real family effort, where certain songs weren't quite there. Normally, producers don't share. They don't Everyone was so down, like, hey, yo, why don't you jump on, see if you can make it better? And so there's so many that are co-produced with 1 or 2 of them, because that's how this whole album came together. It was such a village effort.
Yeah.
Right.
Small little village,
Yeah.
but everybody was working overtime.
tight-knit
I don't
group.
know if they're going to hear this, but we should just say we love you guys and thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Oh, of course they're going to hear
Of course they're going to. Well,
What do you mean?
It's
Everyone
with that hair?
Everyone on the
live in
planet.
LA, bro. They live in LA. But I'm just saying we should shout them out because really they stuck with us, and it's a hard thing putting together an album,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of dedication,
wait,
especially
we forgot one more, guys. Mafia.
Mafia.
Oh, that's
Oh, we
Come
can't
on.
leave out
How
Mafia.
can you forget?
Oh my
Forgetting now,
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we wrote that song for a whole different project.
Yeah.
But the reason that song, we were working on a Spanglish thing at the time.
Yeah.
And the reason that song was all English is because we showed up a little late.
Okay.
Might have had some drinks the night before.
Uh-oh.
Full
And,
transparency here.
The
Yeah.
writers that day in Miami didn't want to wait on us, so they left. But
We
it
still
was-
some magic.
It was just Mafio producing a track. and
So
the
we
4 of
reverted
us-
back to
We
English.
reverted back to English.
That's right.
And the 4 of us
It
were
was
like,
easier.
Our
"Let's see what
Spanish
we
is
can
not
come
so
up
good.
with." And hey, man, glad we did, man. Everything happens for a reason because we came up with that song. And
Well, that's kind of like the freak track on the whole album.
Yeah.
So we love it.
Well, maybe you guys can come out with a full Spanish album.
That's right.
Soon.
That was
We'll have
the
to.
that was the attempt.
We
We'll get to
we'll
it.
get there.
We'll
we
get
have
to
stuff.
it.
We got
Yeah.
stuff.
Now, I also want to ask about this Eddie Murphy sample with
Yeah.
the Party All the Time
Okay.
song. Like, that's a big deal. It brings a lot of nostalgia. Can we talk about how that came about?
So much.
I mean, I think it's cool because parents are like, I know that song, but
Yeah.
it's not the exact song. And the kids are like, this is new. And the parents are like, no, that's old. But it's not, but it is.
well, we changed the lyrics. I think I was listening to it like a week prior to us being at Big Bear, and I love that song. And I think Carlos was in the room with me, and so was Furlong, and so was Will. And we just thought, can we do this? And maybe just ask questions later, like, can we actually even get the sample?
At first, it was like, is this even good?
But
You know?
once it started like becoming like a real thing and it sounded awesome, we're like, man, just throw it over to him and see if the camp will allow us to do it. And sure enough,
This was on night 2 of 3
Okay.
of this trip, and on we got like a little rough kind of bones of it on night 2, and then on night 3 we came back and we were working really hard on it, and there was a point at which somebody said, shouldn't we get a sax solo
Okay.
on this? And Nick,
as you do.
as you
As
do,
you do.
Nick-
It's classic.
Nick called an incredible player and producer as well, Spencer Neasy,
All right.
and he called him and he sent a full take
Within like,
within an hour.
yeah.
It was there.
And then
in the inbox.
And then we took the section that we really he just riffed on the whole song.
And he was
took the section
jamming.
we like,
He was
and
jamming.
we put that. So we had a sax, like a certified sax solo within an hour in Big Bear.
That changed our minds to
Yeah.
go, we have to have this song.
have to
Yeah,
have to.
gotta make it work.
So good. Definitely a
Gotta
favorite.
make it
Lord,
saxy.
dude.
It's
You know
kind of
what I'm saying?
nostalgic
Gotta
Big
make it
Time Rush
sexy.
too. It feels
Yeah.
kind of like one of our older songs.
It
So
does.
It's
it's
you.
nice.
The whole album is you guys, and it
And
feels so
to
real.
hear that you guys wrote this album yourselves, that's a really big deal and a new change. So how is that process working together to write it? Was it kind of tough?
Difficult.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say.
When we
Very
say blood, sweat, and tears, literal blood, sweat,
Yeah,
and
like,
tears.
what are some conflicts that happen because of that?
Hey, we're having a good day.
Yeah.
Let us enjoy our time.
This is a
you.
positive
This is
day
album
for us.
release.
James.
I think, I don't know, maybe move on.
I actually love it. I mean, we don't have to go into it. I love these conversations because it's like, behind the scenes of like how it really is.
But it's
the
life.
hardest part about being in a band is not the putting together concerts, playing shows, writing things. It's the internal band stuff that's the hardest part. And I think if you asked any band that's been together for a long time, they would probably say the same.
Well,
thing.
four creatives, yeah,
Thing, with
in the
4 different
group.
tastes, 4 different voices. We sound different and better on different styles of songs. So it's very difficult to come up with a song that
Everybody
message-wise
likes.
everybody
Yeah.
resonates with.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it isn't coming from one individual because there's 4 of us when you sing live, and then you like it, and then you sound good on it. Then there's a part for everybody. So. It certainly wasn't easy, but when we finally did put it together, there was just this breath of relief. Like,
Yeah.
oh, dude.
Big
we did
Time
it,
Rush
and
is
it's
kind
good.
of a traveling circus too. It's like
Yeah.
it would be kind of hard to get along with us sometimes.
It never is.
And then who's the moderator? Like, which one of you is like, okay, calm down. Like, let's just get this done.
Our producers, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Baby. Yo, before we get you guys out of here, again, I started the conversation by saying, seriously, like no joke, icons in the game. To be able to step out onto stages and sell out Madison Square Garden all these years later, not to age you all or anything like that, but it really takes a lot of effort, energy, a lot of focus, a lot of love. And that's what you guys have always shown us and each other. And it's really, really amazing because a lot of people in your position don't have that type of fortitude, and just thank you for
Thank
doing
Thank you,
that.
man. We could have bailed 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But we stick together, and that's the hardest part of the whole thing is sticking together. But
Can we honestly say, like, you guys would be, if there was a boy band power ranking, top 5 easy. on the
Yo,
planet.
let's go.
Yeah.
I'll take top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
And ultimately, because you guys always give back to the fans, y'all are always out and about, giving so much love, giving out free donuts,
donuts.
doing
Yeah, like
shows.
donuts.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
So,
Look, we're just,
Truly-
we're just 4 doughboys ourselves.
That's
you know?
true. But truly, that's the reason why we're here is the fans, and so that's kind of what keeps us going and gives us inspiration.
Dude.
thank you so much. Cannot wait to see you on a tour. You're giving
Yeah,
New
man.
York love again, and
right.
of course the album Another Life. Amazing. Congratulations, Big Time Rush.
Thank you guys. We'll see you this summer.
Thank you.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.